which is your favorite show?
Of all time?
Oh, which is your favorite show of what we do?
Oh, sorry.
Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Lunch Break, where today we don't have your traditional lunch break set, your traditional lunch break people, and your traditional lunch break, well, everything. We are
Exactly.
We are part of the 511 Media Group team, who have been putting on Lunch Break for the past few years, actually 3 or 4 years at this point, right?
Yeah, just over a year for me, but yeah, we're the guys that are always behind the scenes. So
we are the guys who are fixing the microphone, setting up the set, and also editing all of the videos that come out on this channel.
I'm the show's biggest fan.
The person who's also seen the most Lunch Break episodes of anyone.
Exactly.
But we're here today just to kind of talk about the Lunch Break show, ask some fun questions, and basically just have a good time.
Absolutely.
Today we're out vibing and just got some fun things to talk about.
For sure.
But first, you're the editor of Lunch Break.
Yes.
Originally, that was my job long time ago, back when we had...
It was only Lunch Break.
It was only Lunch Break. And there was no shorts, no nothing, just the long-form content. And we had a different set at that time.
Yeah.
It was pretty old school. It was just the same table, different venue, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're down to... we have one camera that basically shoots between all the shots you make. You put all the text and everything else on.
Absolutely.
How has that been like since you've been taking that over?
Well, it's really funny because when I first started, like how you said, it was only Lunch Break, and I'm laughing at now how much more the workload is like increased, but in a good way, because if I had the skills that I did back then as I do now, the Lunch Break would have been done in 2 hours, and I would have been off for the rest of the week. And that's why but like when I first started working here, we did vlogs for a little bit, but then we found our like groove, what we wanted to focus on for the time being. But yeah, now I'm editing Lunch Break, Muscle Matters. We have Ministry Managers coming soon. We don't have a release date for that yet. However, and then we have Relevant Rants every Friday. And fun fact, those are recorded Friday morning, and they're out by Friday by 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And there's a lot you have to add on in post too.
Yeah.
You have articles, you have descriptions, you have thumbnails. For the people who might not know, we actually film Lunch Break and Muscle Matters a little bit in advance. But on top of that, they are a little bit longer than what comes out on the air. We usually have to chop off the ends. And on top of that, you have all the sound aspects that have to come into it.
Dialing everything, multiple camera angles with one camera. It's just punching in, but
coloring,
it makes it
just
dynamic.
All this stuff just adds so much to it. And then that's really awesome that you've been able to condense all that work into such a short amount of time now. Since we've started Muscle Matters semi-recently. And soon, hopefully, Muscle Matters will be coming out. And
Sorry, you mean Ministry Matters?
Or Ministry Matters, yeah. they all sound similar.
You pulled a Tom.
I did. And with Relevant Rants as well. There's just so much on the plate.
Yeah.
But it's neat now. Now the Lunch Break is on pretty much most podcast sites now.
Well, same thing with Muscle and Relevant. Basically.
Excellent. Which ones are they on?
All the mainstream ones like Spotify, Apple, like Pocket Casts, I believe too. Like,
wow.
It's like all the mainstream ones. I know there's a bunch of other niche ones. Eventually, they will come to the niche ones too. But we figured that having all the mainstream ones, Apple, Spotify, you name it, like those That's are great. The essential ones because everyone has one of those, So
we want to make sure that every single episode of no matter what we make is accessible to you,
exactly.
And so we are just appreciative of all that support too, because we've gotten a lot on Spotify, we've gotten a great amount here on YouTube.
Absolutely.
All thanks to you viewers who have been watching us for over countless years, putting on Lunch Break and seeing it evolve from season to season.
Absolutely.
I have a couple questions for you. I looked up random questions that people ask other random people. So, especially...
How's your day going today?
More specifically, list of example questions for casting crew interviews.
Oh, have fun.
I know, it's a lot of fun. So
you could have been like, "Oh, I came up with this," but you're honest.
I am very honest.
I just looked this up.
Yes, I am. Okay, so this is a professional question asked by people from the industry. Are you a cat or dog person?
I am both, but we have cats at home. Like, I think down the road, once we have a bigger house, and like, it's the silly thing that my wife and I have. It's like, we want a dream house with like at least an acre backyard, like, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's when we get a dog, so the dog can run around. But right now, like being in like a house in the suburbs, it's like not like we don't want a big dog like that because we actually we do want a big dog specifically, so that's why we want a bigger yard for a dog. But right now we have 4 cats, but we actually own we have 2 cats, but then our in-laws have moved to Africa for my father-in-law's work, so we're taking care of their cats until they get them shipped overseas.
So 4 cats in one house. Wow.
It's too many.
All right, that's an important production question. Here's another one. Are you a beach or mountain person?
Mountain, 100%. Which is funny because we just did some client work in a San Diego beach, and I had to tolerate it. I'm just kidding. I still enjoy the beach. I just prefer mountains.
Excellent. Another very, very important. This is essential to all of production that I've been told.
Absolutely.
I lost it. I just lost it. No, where
I'm
did it go?
this.
No. Okay, here it is. I found it. What do you think is the most essential life skill? We're getting deep now.
I'm assuming it could be like actually specifically life, not specifically a work skill, correct?
It could be anything. I don't know. The question's very open.
It's less of a specific skill, but it's being always trying to be the best version of yourself for not just yourself, but for others.
It is important.
Because like my wife and I, we have a 3-month-old, and my work doesn't stop when I go home, especially now. It hasn't since he's been born. But like I think like my life skill I think is the most important is just being able to always be able to be available, I suppose. Like I love that coming home. Like it's not like, all right, babe, I'm gonna go on the couch and drink a beer and watch TV. It's like, no, I'm gonna also parent with my wife instead of having her just be the only person and stuff like that. So it's like being a good person at work and then coming home and being a productive person as well.
Wow.
We went deep.
We did go deep. Alrighty, and I'll ask a couple more questions here. Which is your favorite show?
Of all time?
Oh, which is your favorite show of what we do?
Oh, sorry. Well, it's Breaking Bad.
No.
I edit that one too. No, I'm kidding. Favorite show probably right now is actually Muscle Matters, and I think it's because it's something that's more like educational, I'd almost say. Yeah. And the reason why is because it's like I've been trying to be healthy or ish, but every single time we film and I edit a Muscle Matters, I get motivated, and also just like being able to like not even specifically pick their brain on this topic, but being able to just get like free like tips.
Yeah. From people who are in that industry.
And I think that's like, I think that's why Muscle is my favorite. It's also because it's like, there's one thing with like lunch break, which is still super cool because you get to like learn about people and their livelihoods and who they are and what they care about and what they love and their like overcoming stories. But Muscle Matters is very like, all right, this is exactly what you need to do. This is the do's and don'ts. Like I find that type of entertainment, or I find that type of content very informative.
It's super fascinating. Steve and Tom do an amazing job just
Absolutely.
talking about their life experiences, things they've seen people do and things they've seen people fail, which is super important. That's not a lot of things you hear about. You don't hear about the failures and about the things that might not work for everyone that are told to work for everyone. And so it's super fascinating. So if you guys ever want to check out Muscle Matters, that comes out every Tuesday
at noon.
Excellent. Okay, one final question here. Let's see here. If you were to bring lunch break to a specific scene, like let's say you were going to put lunch break on top of a mountain or at the beach, where would you want the setting to be for lunch break?
Oh, like the actual physical set.
The actual physical set.
I think it would be kind of cool. Like I'm getting like a Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec kind of vibe, but or like I think Daily Wire did something similar to this with Michael Knowles, but like kind of like in a lot, like on the patio of a lodge with cigars, not advocating alcohol, but like the cigar and whiskey vibe with a campfire,
almost like woodsy bar type.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like something like that, and maybe like specifically the topic being like, oh, like either something about art, like relaxing, or something about like camping, or like I don't know, something along the lines like a specific theme for that lunch break. Because I mean I'm also kind of saying like this is where I want to go, because I'd be also be like relaxing and enjoying
Yeah,
it too.
while you're editing.
Because I'm also filming it and setting it up and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that'd be my go-to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I want to throw that right out there to you guys. What would you like to see Lunch Break in the next year? Where would you like to see it set? What kind of vibes are you guys wanting from Lunch Break? Are there any guests you would like to see on Lunch Break?
Absolutely.
Please write down in the comments below and let us know exactly what you would want. We love hearing your guys' opinions, and we love seeing every one of you guys comment. So, and we just want to thank you for watching too.
Absolutely.
This is kind of a shorter lunch break. We just wanted to kind of sit and chat for a little bit.
For sure.
So we hope you enjoyed our rambling and me looking for questions. And yeah, anything you want to leave us off with, Alex?
This is like a little bit off topic, but still on topic. I think that if someone is looking to be in production, whether it's editing or filming, absolutely go for it, because I didn't feel like I had a real drive or for a career path in my life, but I knew I always enjoyed editing, and the aspect of me recreationally editing actually landed me this gig, or one of the reasons I should say. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'm forever going to be an editor or somewhere in production, because that's just where my heart is. So if you are considering that and you're stuck somewhere else, I say take that chance. So yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, Alex. We appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And we hope you'll join us again for next week's lunch break, which should be a normal lunch break again. But
we'll see.
We'll see. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.
God bless.